Bitcoin saw another very interesting week with a lot of news coming into the markets. We had the CPI numbers coming in, the German government selling their Bitcoin. We saw interesting inflows into the Bitcoin ETFs. In this video I will tell you everything about Bitcoin and what we can expect for the coming week. I will also update you about Cardano and Bittensor TAO. So watch this video all the way to the end to be updated about the markets. Leave a like under this video and let's dive right into the charts. Bitcoin saw a very interesting week, and yesterday we opened the CME gap at the $57,549, and I expect that Bitcoin is going to trade around this level for the coming weekend. As always, we are coming back down to the CME gap, and eventually we will close it before the end of the weekend or maybe on the beginning of Monday. We are currently separating ourselves a little bit from the CME gap, but eventually what I'm saying, I think Bitcoin will come down to this level and eventually close this gap. But in the weekend I don't expect a lot of volatility happening for Bitcoin, especially with all the institutional money coming into the market. Bitcoin is acting more like an asset, like a stock and not like a crypto anymore. So during the weekend we don't see a lot of volatility happening for Bitcoin anymore. And on the 1 hour time frame, Bitcoin broke out of this consolidation phase to the top side. That was a little bit of a bullish move. We saw multiple touch points as support because this resistance was getting tested as support, and again we saw resistance getting tested as support here, and we bounced from this level. So you could have made a lot of significant trades to the top side. You could have made 3 trades to the top side if you wanted. So for now this resistance is turned into support, and the support is holding strong for now. So we need to see more upside from here, and that we can continue the uptrend to the top side. But also on the 4 hour time frame we can see Bitcoin got a double rejection from this huge resistance line, and this will be the first big resistance for Bitcoin to break on the 4 hour time frame. So we are seeing a little bit of an uptrend. We are seeing higher lows, but we are seeing equal highs. So eventually this price is getting squeezed into this apex, and we want to see a significant move to the top side, and that we are eventually going to break this resistance to the top side. And it could look something like this, that we're going to break a resistance, retest it as support, and from there we can aim for higher targets. And this will be a continuation of the uptrend for the higher lows, but we also need to create a higher high, and then we can confirm the uptrend to the top side, and that will be the big trend reversal we're all waiting for. So for now this big resistance will be the first level to gain for Bitcoin, and if we don't gain this level, then we also might see lower levels from here. And we don't want to see a low happening from here, because that would indicate that the trend is coming down, and that would have a very bearish effect on the market. Yesterday was another insane day for the Bitcoin ETFs. We saw an inflow of more than $300 million, and that was one of the record days for the Bitcoin ETFs. We saw 120 million inflow of for the BlackRock ETF. We saw 150 million for the Fidelity Bitcoin ETF, and also Grayscale didn't sell anything, so that is huge to see. And the cumulative inflow of the Bitcoin ETFs is seeing an all-time high, because we are currently almost at a $16 billion, so that is insane. And at these stages of stagnation I was saying that we needed to see a spike again to the top side, and currently we can see that. So we want to see a continuation of this uptrend. And eventually we want to reach this $20 million mark, so that will also have a very bullish effect on the market. And also yesterday the German government is was selling all their Bitcoin, and they're now at 0 on their wallet balance. So the selling pressure is gone, and when this kind of buying pressure from the Bitcoin ETFs is coming in, we can only go up because the German government is out of their Bitcoin, and they sold more than 15,000 Bitcoin into the markets. So this selling pressure is gone, and let's see if Bitcoin can continue the uptrend to the top side. And eventually with this Bitcoin ETF buying pressure, we could only see more upside from here. And on the daily time frame we are in this huge triangle, and eventually we are going to see a break to the top side or a break to the downside, because this consolidation pattern is coming to an apex, and we see multiple touch points on the top side as resistance, and also multiple touch points on the downside as support. And eventually this price is getting squeezed and compressed into this apex, and eventually we want to see a break to the top side, or we are going to see a break to the downside, and that would be the bearish scenario, of course. But we want to see a break to the top side, of course, and create more bullish price action. And if Bitcoin breaks bullish out of this triangle, I think we will see a retest of the previous resistance to turn it into support, and then the breakout target will be the top side of this triangle, and it will be confluent with $72,000. And if Bitcoin manages to come back to this resistance level, then we can maybe force a breakout to the top side and create new all-time highs. But for now we want to see a bullish break first and then create more bullish upside. So that would mean that we're going to see a huge trend reversal on this daily time frame. And on Thursday we saw the CPI came in at the 3%, and it was a little bit more bullish than we expected. This is the tweet before the CPI data came out, and the forecast was that we were going to see a CPI number of 3.1%, but actually it was 3%. And the probabilities for a rate cut at the meeting of September 18th are now at the 90.3%. So that could mean that we're going to see a pivot for from the Fed in September already. So this could have a very bullish effect on the markets, because when a rate cut is happening, we can see more inflows of money into the market, because money is getting cheaper again, and that means that more money is being created, and this will flow into the stock market but also into the crypto market. This could have a very bullish effect on the price, but we first need to see that the inflation is coming down a little bit. But for now it looks a little bit more bullish, and it looks like in September we're going to see a rate cut, so that's good to see. Then I want to talk about the first altcoin, and that is Cardano. Cardano has been in this huge downtrend on the daily time frame. We can see Cardano came back to this 77 cents earlier this year in March. We are currently in this big downtrend, and eventually we want to see a break of this trend and create more topside continuation. Cardano actually had a very good week, because from the lows we saw an increase of more than 30%, so that is insane. Of course, we are still in this huge downtrend on the daily time frame, but first we need to see a break of this trend to see more bullish price action. And it looks like Cardano is a little bit more bullish now. And if we have a look at the weekly time frame, we saw that Cardano was breaking below this support area, but this weekly candle is looking very bullish, and we are already up for more than 21% this week. And it looks like Cardano is now regaining this support level. So if this weekly candle closes above this support level, we can confirm the regain, and eventually we want to see more upside continuation for the price for Cardano, and maybe retest these highs at 77 cents. So this will be the first big resistance on the daily time frame. But for now we have to see if Cardano can break this trend on the weekly time frame and also on the daily time frame. And there's still a long way to go, but I think that Cardano might see levels around $2 very soon, and maybe we can already see this in this year. So let me know in the comments what you think about Cardano, and if you still hold Cardano in your portfolio. Another interesting altcoin I've been looking at lately is Bittensor TAO. Bittensor TAO was listed on Binance at this region, and then we saw levels around the $750. And currently we're back at this huge support area on the daily time frame. We can see multiple touch points in the past as support, and currently we are back, and we see this falling wedge to the downside as well. And we're at the brink of breaking out, so this price is getting squeezed into this apex. We see multiple touch points on the top side as resistance, and also on the downside as support. So eventually this price will be getting squeezed into this apex, and we want to see a bullish break to the top side, of course, because this support is holding strong for now. And if we're breaking to the top side, we want to see a retest of the previous resistance to turn into support. From there we want to see more upside continuation of the price, and eventually the price target will be the top side of this falling wedge, and it will be confluent with the $750. And this could have a very positive effect on the market. And from the point of where we are now to this topside formation will be more than 200%, so that could mean a very interesting play to make. And I've been buying Bittensor TAO at these prices of accumulation, because I think this is a very interesting support level where I should buy more Bittensor TAO. But we could also see a break to the downside, of course, and that will be a bearish scenario. For now I think the bullish scenario will play out, because we are seeing a strong bounce from this support level, and eventually we want to see this resistance area getting broken to the top side, and then create more bullish price action. So this falling wedge is about to break in the coming days or weeks, and this could also be a very interesting trade to make. I hope you found this video useful. Please leave a like and follow me on Twitter. You can also follow me on YouTube, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.